Now for these questions, we're dividing by a 2-digit number, but instead of using long division, what we're going to do is use factor pairs to divide. So 18 is 2 times 9, and that means what we can do is first divide 414 by 2, then take our answer and divide that by 9, and doing that will give us the answer to 414 divided by 18. So first we can divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 1 divided by 2 is 0, remainder 1, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So dividing by 2 has given us 207. So now we can take that answer and divide it by the other factor pair, so divide it by 9. If we take the first 2 digits together, 20 divided by 9 is 2, remainder 2, and 27 divided by 9 is 3. So our answer is 23. Because we've divided by 2 and then by 9, we've divided by 18. Now this trick only works if we get whole numbers as our answer rather than decimals, but we can use the same thing to divide 819 by 21. 21 is 3 times 7, so first we can start by dividing 819 by 3. 8 divided by 3 is 2, remainder 2. 21 divided by 3 is exactly 7, and 9 divided by 3 is exactly 3. So dividing by 3 has given us 273. So now we can take that answer and divide it by the other factor pair. So divide it by 7. 27 divided by 7 is 3, remainder 6, and 63 divided by 7 is 9. So our answer is 39. And we could have got this answer by first dividing by 7 and then dividing by 3. You don't have to start by dividing by the smaller number in the factor pair. As long as you divide by both numbers in the factor pair, you'll get your answer. So finally, we have 1888 divided by 32. Now 32 is 4 times 8, so we can first divide by 4. 18 divided by 4 is 4, remainder 2. 28 divided by 4 is 7, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So dividing by 4 has given us 472. So now we can take that answer and divide it by the other factor, so divide it by 8. 47 divided by 8 is 5, remainder 7, and 72 divided by 8 is 9. So our answer is 59. And again, we would have got the same answer if we'd first divided by 8 and then by 4. This trick also works when we're dividing by single-digit numbers, and this will help us to understand why using factor pairs to divide works. So, if we have 24 divided by 6, but we don't know our 6 times table, we could use the factor pairs 3 and 2 to divide. So first, we could divide 24 by 3 to get 8, and then we could take that 8 and divide it by the other factor pair, so divide it by 2 to get 4 as our answer. And we can see why this works if we show 24 blocks. First, we can divide them into 3 groups, but then we can divide each of these groups into 2, and we can see that we now have 4 blocks in each group. So dividing by 3 and then dividing by 2 is the same as dividing by 6, because 6 is 3 times 2. Now, if we have 24 divided by 8, but we don't know our 8 times table, we could use the factor pairs 4 and 2, because 4 times 2 is 8. So first, we could divide 24 by 4 to get 6, and then we could take that answer and divide it by the other factor pair, so divide it by 2 to get 3 as our answer. And again, we can see if we show 24 blocks, rather than dividing them into 8 groups straight away, we could first divide them into 4 groups to get 6 blocks in each group, but then we could divide each of our groups in 2, so divide by 2, and that gives us 3 blocks in each group. So by dividing by 4 and then dividing by 2, we've divided by 8, because you can see that we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.